Hi, this is Shirley from Whisperings in Hypnotherapy and Wellness. And today we have our midweek mindfulness. So I'm glad that everybody could join. Most important thing for you to do right now is just find a comfortable chair, reduce the noise as much as possible. Like I recommend headphones so that you don't get as many distractions. And be prepared to relax, which is wonderful. And today, I had planned on talking about helping with insomnia, which seems to be a really big problem these days with everything going on in the world. So everybody just sit back and relax, and we'll see how this goes. So the first thing I want you to do is just take a nice cleansing breath. And make sure that when you're breathing, you're doing it from your core and not from up here in your chest. You want these nice deep breaths. And it's important to pay attention to your breathing, because that's how we slow down our emotions. That's how we get things going. And just make sure you're as comfortable as you can. Adjust if you need to. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open. All of this is up to you. This isn't actually hypnosis. This is just a mindfulness. But sometimes I feel like when I'm going on one of these journeys, I can focus a little better when my eyes are closed. So you may actually see me, close my eyes on occasion, because I love to enjoy this as much as I love giving it to you. So let's do a little more breathing, because we want to make sure that you're really relaxed and, pay attention to your surroundings, but pay attention to what your body's doing. Pay attention to where you're carrying all that tension and all that stress, and just relax those muscles. And where some people start from their feet, I love to start from your head. So I want you to picture, imagine, or pretend gigantic ball of light above your head. And it can be any color you need it to be. It can vibrate with energy. It can be rotating. It's just a matter of what you think and how you feel. But to have that gigantic ball of light up there. And then I want you to make it 10 times brighter and, more intense. And now we're going to take that ball. We're going to slowly move it through your body. And we're going to relax and reduce all of those tensions. We're going to get away anything that you don't need anymore. You're just hanging on to. So we're going to start at the top of your head. Bring it down. Bring it down to your eyes. And remember, you're giving yourself permission to release anything that you just don't need anymore. Relax your jaw. Go down to your neck. It's so important. Your shoulders. Good. We hold so much in our shoulders. Down each arm. Just releasing and letting that ball of energy just soak up any of those tensions. Elbows, wrists, especially your hands and your fingers. I know I've been typing a lot more lately, so we need to just get rid of all the little twitches and aches and anything that you've been holding on to there. Now we're going to take that ball and go into your chest. And I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to your heartbeat. Feel it slowing down. Feel it slowing down. And now your abdomen, your hips. We hold so much tension in our lower back and hips. Just let that orb just suck up all of that tension, any little pain, anything that you don't need anymore. Pain and stress love company. So if you can just let those go, you're so much better off. And down to your thighs, your knees that also hold so much stress of the day, calves, ankles, and your feet. And when you get down to your feet, wiggle your toes to make sure that nothing's left in your toes. We don't want cramped up toes. And then when you feel that you've let and you've released all that you can, just let that light just shoot out of the bottom of your feet. Just let it go into the atmosphere. Just let it go. It's not something you need. It's not something you want or desire. And it's just giving yourself permission to relax and unwind. And that's pretty much the best thing that you can do. And I love that. And just do a little more relaxing and a little more breathing. You're doing great. Perfect. And when you do things like that, that is the first part of getting rid of your insomnia. Because I do this every night before I go to bed. As I'm laying there, I do a full body scan. Because if you go to bed with the same tensions that you've been holding on to all day, you're not going to get a good night's sleep anyway. So we want to release all of that excess pent-up tension. And that is absolutely the best thing that you can do for yourself. So now that we've done that, and you've got that comfort base, which is wonderful, and you're relaxing the way you should, let's talk a little bit about insomnia. And, most people will lay there and tell themselves, I have to sleep, I have to sleep. Well, that doesn't always work, because now you're stressing yourself out because you can't sleep. And the more you do that, it's just a winding cycle. So each night as you prepare to go to sleep, give yourself, everybody has a routine. So make sure that you stick to that routine, whether it's going through the house and making sure all the doors are locked, everybody's in bed, the lights are out, the dogs are out, or cats. You have your routine, you go into the bathroom, brush your teeth, make sure all your makeup's off if you're a girl or not. So keep your routine going. If you like essential oils, I know lavender works really well, but if you're not a big fan of lavender, try basil. And I know that sounds weird, but fresh grown basil has such a calming smell to it. So does chamomile or marjoram. And the bonus with marjoram is that if you have a little bottle of that sitting next to your bed, Not only will it relax you, but it will help with snoring, which I have proved in my house. It works for partners and it works for pets. So the fun thing about marjoram is that it actually does both. So now I want you to get in your bed. And I want you to kind of look up at the ceiling. Now, if you have, and you may not be able to see anything because it's dark, but that's fine. If you have kind of a stucco ceiling, then you're going to see the little dots. If not, just kind of look up. And I want you to take your tongue and I want you to put it, let's see, the best place to put it is on top of the roof of your mouth towards the front, which is, it might sound and feel a little weird, but, that's a great place to hold that. And the interesting thing is that using numbers, kind of like they do when you go under anesthetic, but instead of going from like 100 down to 1, start with 1 and work your way up. But what you're going to do is you're going to keep that there and you're going to hold it for, hold your breath for at least 7 seconds before we start this. So you want to breathe in for 7, hold, and release for 7. Hold for 7 and release. And the 7s will make it so, and if you can't do 7, that's fine. Start with 5. As long as you take that many breaths in, hold it, and then slowly release it. Go in, hold it, and slowly release it. And that will automatically calm down your body. And so now we're going to go from 1 to 10. And what I want you to do is count slowly. Don't speed through them. And as you're counting, kind of focus in on your body. Focus in on where you're at. And just slowly count. And you'll notice that by about 5, your eyes will start to close, which is great. But I want you just to keep counting. And your eyes may open again, and you may have to adjust your body, and that's perfect. If you have to adjust your body, you have to get up for something, you can just start this over again. But, the idea is to, just kind of get those numbers flowing. And I know how they used to say count sheep. If you need to do that, with the numbers, I don't do that. But, it's what's comfortable for you, and just count those numbers. And count them with your tongue up there on the roof of your mouth, forward. And as you're doing this, the numbers are slowly gonna just float away. And look, and as your eyes are starting to close, you're gonna see clouds. And follow those clouds. Just follow them as they drift to the side. And they drift, and just keep, let that go, let the clouds take over the numbers, and they may mix. I love using clouds. They're off on the horizon, and they're smaller and they're smaller as you become aware of your mind's ability to relax and create these. And your mind has settled down and you've forgotten any of the stresses of the day. Your sense of awareness, your feelings deep in that relaxation. You feel yourself moving twice as deep into that relaxation of your mind and your body. And your mind and your body. And you can feel everything. And you feel your shoulders just relax into that mode. Because the important thing is that you're distracting your mind. You know, usually when you're laying there, you're thinking about what you have to do next. What did you forget to do? You know, we want to get all those out. So if we're trying to sleep, by doing the counting, by letting the counting go into clouds, and then watching those clouds just slowly disappear. And by then, you're pretty much out, which is what we're trying to do in the first place. And like I said, if you have to get up for something, then when you lay back down, you should be able to just get right back into this mode. You know, and each night as you prepare to sleep, and you have, you know, when you feel that way, and you feel yourself moving into that slowly deep relaxation where you're about to fall asleep, your sense of security and comfort, and you can be happy with this new experience that you've learned. You know, this can also, you know, the nice thing about this is that if you work different shifts, you know, it doesn't matter what time of day. You know, we all follow that routine when we get off of work. So this will work when does not matter how long your, you know, your routine is or your after work thing is. It's just that when you're getting ready to lay down, it's important to, you know, not have any distractions. So by that, I mean, no radio, no electronic devices. Your phone will live without you for, you know, the night. Let it recharge. You're recharging your body. It's recharging its battery. But you don't want anything to distract you, like a radio, a TV, an electronic, because the important thing is we're getting away from that. We're just letting that go. We dealt with that all day long. You don't need to deal with that during the night. So we're calming your mind. We're relaxing your mind. We're filling it with other more pleasant things. You've already done the body scan, so you're already somewhat relaxed. And then, you know, you can either focus up to where, you know, you're focused on a point, like I said, with the stucco ceilings, or, you know, or just a point upside, or you can actually close your eyes and do all of this with your eyes closed. For some people, that works the best. For other people, they need to do the focus and then just slowly let your eyes, you know, come down. For anybody that wants a personal MP3 of this, just let me know. I can customize it to you. I hope some of this information helped you out a little bit, just to kind of, you know, and if you want to do more on the insomnia or the relaxation, or you just want to go back to the regular guided journeys, you just have to let me know. I do this every Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. I'd like to thank Rebecca from Organically Be Your Best Spa in Torrance. I'm actually part of her team there. And, you know, I want you to know that I'll be there for you. If you need to find me online right now, I do take appointments online, and you can find me at whisperingzen.net. Yes, it is a .net. And I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, the whole social media thing. And if you'd like to help me out during this time, I do have a Patreon account, which is Hypno Godmother with Patreon, which would also, really help me out during this time. So I hope you had, I hope you had a good morning, and I hope you have a spectacular end of the day. And this is Shirley from Whispering Zen Hypnotherapy and Wellness.